Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Mission Podcast. This is an Asia Cup preview from the point of view of Pakistan. As you know, a lot of the Mission Podcast dudes were all Pakistani, which is, quite rare for podcasts these days. Well, good quality podcasts anyway. None of this Rami shit. It's a two-man step. Me, Hazza, and I've got Carpe with me as well. Casual Carpe, big Pakistan fan. I'm wearing an Aussie shirt. I can't lie. I couldn't find anything else. Everything else is in the wash. Um, just like Barber, he's washed. But look, this is filmed on the day that Pakistan won the Tri Series, which is fantastic, and it's a week out from the Asia Cup. So we're going to talk all things about Pakistan. We had a big rant, I think a few months back regarding Pakistan cricket, the state it's in, and you know, differing opinions in terms of whether it's improved or not. And we're just gonna talk about our chances in the Asia Cup coming up, what the performances in the Tri Series indicated, a little bit about Barber as well, Shaheen, Naseem, Shadab, the premium players, so to speak, and anything else that really comes to mind, to be honest. So yeah, Carpe, where do you want to start?
As Hazza said, this is going to be like an Asia Cup preview. Well, it's mostly going to be about Pakistan in it, so apologies in advance if there's any. I highly doubt there's any Indian fans or Sri Lankan fans watching this shit anyway. But is what it is. We're all Pakistani here, so we might as well just focus on Pakistan. Hazza, how long has it been now since the Champions Trophy? 6 months, 7 months.
Champions Trophy was February March time, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, so it's been ages since we've covered Pakistan cricket on the channel. So it's about time we made a video on them. And with the Asia Cup around the corner, I think it's good timing. Me and Hazza, we did not have many good things to say about the state of Pakistan cricket on the last episode. But whether I've changed my tune in the last 6-7 months, not really, to be honest. I still don't really have many good things to say about them, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt because it is a complete overhaul of the squad. We've got a completely new team, as you know what I mean. So you just got to give them a chance. But let's talk about the Tri Series then. UAE, Afghanistan, Pakistan played a little Tri Series just before the Asia Cup, and we've won it somehow. We won it. I was watching it today actually, and at one point we looked fucked in it. Like I think when Mohammad Haris got out, I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?" But Fahim Ashraf came in, played a decent little in knock, and got to about 140, I think. And then the bowlers, the spinners, done an amazing job. Mohammad Nawaz, shout out. I'm not his biggest fan, but I gotta give him credit. He took a fiver today, and he won us the game pretty much. 2 days away now from the Asia Cup, and it's looking interesting. We've just come off a positive note, beating Afghanistan to win the Tri-Series Cup, whatever it was called. And we've got a pretty easy group, man. We've got a pretty easy group. If we don't get past this group in the Asia Cup, then fucking hell, there's no hope for this team. But
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it boils down to I think it's Oman in our group, and obviously we've got the mighty India as well, and I think it's the UAE as well. I'm not too clued up, but I know it's obviously India there, so it's it's a bit of an important fixture, that game on the 14th in a week's time.
especially with what's happened in recent months, fucking hell, that's going to be huge.
I was underplaying it, and you're saying, oh, it's massive. So fair enough.
Listen, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, innit?
Yeah. But I think a lot of what I'm looking forward to is what I've been crying out for really, is a sort of reinvention of the wheel from Pakistan when it comes to spin bowling, slow bowling, and the introduction of someone like a Sufyan Makim, and Abrar into the side, with Nawaz delivering as well. I think 3 quality spin bowlers. You said you haven't got many ratings for Nawaz. I think he is hard done by 2 things. Number one, the fact that his surname is Nawaz, and we're all PTI here. And number 2 is the fact that we remember the Australia T20 World Cup, and it was India versus Pakistan, and he bowled that final over, and he wasn't amazing, but he's a very good cricketer that has been underutilized by Pakistan. by a fair bit. And then Sufyan Makim is like, you know, I think he's been fantastic ever since he's come into the side. And Abra he's a special bowler. He's a very special bowler. I love his action. There's a lot about him as well. He's got a lot of character, personality, fight, bit of dog in him as well, which is the same thing that we were crying out for before. No, he's not really a nice guy. I remember in the Champions Trophy he was doing the
Oh yeah, the celebration.
celebration, which was fantastic. And it works funnier with me as well because I got glasses like him. So um, I wish I could bowl as straight as him. But anyway, irrespective of that, I think it's I think it's positive signs for Pakistan. Whilst they're reinventing the wheel, India are also going with a newish side as well. So I still put them two as the favourites to win the tournament. But you never know what happens in cricket. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys the squad for Pakistan, and that is a very, very horrible graphic, and you can't see that. Let me just unshare that because I've shit the bed there. I can't lie.
I mean, I've written down the squad. I think here, if you want
It's
me
not
to
that. It's
announce.
just Twitter messing around. Let me have a look at that. Guys, can see that? Can I see that? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
that's
I'm
fine.
gonna read it out. Yeah, bruv. No one's gonna care anyway, man. All right. So you can see my big purple mouse here. So batters, we've got Fakhar Zaman, Saim Ayub, Sebzada Farhan, and Hassan Nawaz. Got Mohammed Haris as our keeper. Ali Ali Aga Salman. He has so many. Bro, everyone changes his name so much. I call him Salman Ali Aga. You see, bro, these are tongue twisters, man. The guy doesn't even know what his own name is. Fraud. I love him as captain though. He's fantastic. Then we've got Fahim Ashraf, Mohammed Nawaz, who I've been, waxing lyrical about for a while, Hassan Talat, Khushal Shah, and then finally the bowling, Shahin Shah Afridi, Hassan Ali, Haris Rauf, Sufyan Wakim, Salman Mirza, Mohammed Wasim Jr., and Abrar Ahmed. So, yeah, the good thing is that Pakistan kind of like have a very good idea of what their best side is. They can take out one spinner and then put in a seamer if they need to, but they've kind of got like a good idea of what their strongest side is. So, you know, I'm quite content. I'm quite content with the squad itself. It's not got a certain Babar Azam and Rizwan in there as well. So, like, man, I'm all right. I'm cool.
Listen, after the Champions Trophy, it was a bit of a like all-time low in it for Pakistan cricket. I feel like the board itself were like, we need a radical change here, and they've pretty much have done that. I mean, with the new T20 squad, most of them are new names, right? And it's a good thing. We bring in these young guys. You got to give these guys a chance. I think I said it at the end of the Champions Trophy. I don't want to see Babar and Rizwan anywhere near the T20 team anymore. Give these new guys a chance. It doesn't. And don't get me wrong, they haven't been playing well in the past 6-7 months here. They've had series against New Zealand, West Indies. Even in the Tri Series, they haven't really performed up to the standard. But there's like moments. There's a few bright spots in there. Like for example, you got Saib Zada Farhan, who seems like he's going to be our new opening batsman with
Mm.
Saim Ayub. He looks quite kind of good. So let's see how he does in the Asia Cup. I mean, I think the biggest revelation though in the past 6 months has been Hassan Nawaz. Like obviously we've been screaming out for a middle order batsman, like a finisher, and he kind of fits the bill so far. Um, yeah, so it was very interesting to see. I mean, obviously you've mentioned Sufyan Nakeem as well. He looks really really good. I don't know. Like I think things are gonna get worse before they get better. But I'm happy with the changes they've made. Like as I said, if they just decided to stick with Barber and Rizwan, I would just been like so like not bothered about Pakistan anymore. But at least with these guys, it gives you a bit of an incentive to get behind them and watch. They're unproven quantities, most of them, and it's like why not, man? This is what we've got to do at this point. Do you know what I mean? With Pakistan cricket. But yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
think I think we've all been quite um I've been very what's the word, incontent with the whole Barbara Rizwan batting in T20s. I think they're perfect for Test match level. They're good at ODI level. They are not fantastic at T20 level. The combination worked when the bowling attack was at its best. However, that bowling attack has completely, fallen off a cliff. Um, and it needed reshaping, and it's had the surgery it's needed. Today we went in with we weren't in really with one seamer today in this in the final, and then everything's going to be in the UAE as well. And I'm thinking about spinning pitches. You have your star seamer Shaheen Shah, Afridi. Just get him with that new ball, man. This guy, I don't know, he's got to have like the most wickets taken in the first over in like T20 history or something. There's got to be some stupid stat like that somewhere. Um,
I mean,
Gets
Pace
that ball
says
talking.
he's a 2 over specialist, Shaheen Afridi.
Yeah, I genuinely think what Pakistan could do with Shaheen is just bowl him 3 overs in the power play and then one in the middle order. He's not a death bowler. Um, he's fantastic with that new ball. And I still think he could have a massive impact. Come the Asia Cup where he doesn't have to bowl at the death. I think slow bowling is going to be pivotal. Blah, blah, blah. Totals totals of 150, 160 are going to be above par. I think, which is going to make this a really good watch. The only alternative is that if they churn out roads, then Pakistan may be potentially in a bit of trouble because spin could go a long way. But like you said, having that middle order player like Hassan Nawaz, he really excites me. Completely different to what we've been used to. I know Asif Ali retired recently, but I think he could be, a lot, 100 times better than what Asif Ali was, and hopefully Hassan Nawaz delivers on a consistent basis.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. But talking about the Pakistan squad, right? I think the biggest compliment I can give now is the change of captain. I think making Salman Ali Agha the captain was a great decision. I really like him as a player. He's very composed, and even as a captain, I think he's gonna cook. That with his team. I think just some of the decisions I've seen him made during matches have been very pleasing to see. I mean, as you mentioned as well, with the Asia Cup, we've gone with a very spin heavy bowling attack, which is definitely the right choice because we saw it. I mean, I don't know if you watched any of the highlights today, bro. Mohammed Nawaz, he had that bitch spinning, mate. He had
He
that
had that
ball.
pitch spinning.
He had that shit turning, man. But yeah, spinners are gonna have a field day in this tournament. But how do you think the Pakistan spin attack compares to India's spin attack?
um, I haven't had a look at. Well, I've got the squad for the India side. Squad for the India side. Squad for. I'm having an absolute nightmare today. Um, the spinners I'd be using would be, Axar Patel, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav. I think India's attack is a lot better. These are IPL cricketers, proven cricketers that are, they're world class bowlers really. And especially Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav, they've come a long way. And they're just superior. And that's not wrong. And that's not wrong to. It feels wrong to pit them against the Pakistan bowlers who are, just finding their way in international cricket, particularly with Sufyan Makeem and Abrar to a certain degree. I think Abrar is finally getting that, consistent game time. He's getting that love that he needs to perform on the international stage. But now India's bowling attack blows this out the water, and I'd even say Afghanistan's spin bowling attack is, slightly better. But I am more confident in the fact that we have a good spin attack as opposed to just having one or two part timers.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I still think we have, out of the three you mentioned, Afghanistan, India, we probably do have the weakest spin attack, but it's not a bad thing, and it's just the quality that Afghanistan spinners that they produced over the years is just unreal. I mean, Rashid Khan, arguably the best T20 spinner of all time. You mentioned India; these guys have been playing IPL. They have that advantage over the Pakistani spinners, I'd say. But it is what it is. We'll see. I still think Pakistan are the second best team in this tournament, though. What do you think?
Yeah, I've got. I think they are. Yeah. Afghanistan are probably a close third. Maybe Sri Lanka as well. I do like I do like the idea of of Sri Lanka going deep into going deep in this tournament as well. I think Bangladesh are just they're just short of the mark, really. I don't think they'll be any good this time around. They're going. I think their golden generation's gone by now, and it'll be a while until we see Bangladesh cricket back to a more competitive state. So I think Pakistan are the second best team. Afghanistan probably, very close third. They had a mare today. Getting
Mm.
bowled out for 66 in a T20. I mean, I know South Africa got bowled out for 70 odd, but you know
Listen,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, yeah, they're a strong team. I mean, those fixtures, if we do make it past the groups, obviously the India game is going to be massive, especially with what's happened in the past 6 months. It's the stakes are going to be even higher for this match. Whether people say keep politics about sports or whatever, automatically fans are going to be pumped for this one. Players should be pumped for this one as well. I'll be shocked if the players are not pumped for this one. But yeah, I mean Afghanistan. We've seen it in recent years. Pakistan, Afghanistan has been an amazing fixture, full of drama, full of tension. Um, yeah, and I think we'll continue our Pakistan, Afghanistan game. If we make it past, that'll be a good game. But yeah, this Asia Cup's going to be interesting. As you mentioned, Sri Lanka, obviously, the Bangladesh and Sri Lanka kind of, you mentioned they're both on a similar kind of phase where they've lost their star players and they're in the process of rebuilding. Similar to Pakistan though, but at the end of the day, I think Pakistan are always going to be in a better position than countries like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, because we always have that raw talent available. No matter how bad we'll always have that.
Yeah, it's the grassroots talent in Pakistan is far superior. And that's not a bad thing. It's not, I'm not putting those two countries down. It's just that's how it is, isn't it? It's you know Pakistan have always produced cricketers out of the blue. Haris Rauf in tape ball cricket, Muhammad Abbas from a factory. Like, you don't get these stories pretty much anywhere in the world. I think one of the only more interesting stories is David Warner. He played age group cricket growing up, obviously, but he never played professional cricket. And until he was like 19, 20. Those are the only things that really come out from like Western countries, even Eastern countries as well. But Pakistan, it's always like these crazy stories that come about. So that's
Marcus
why I'm
Zaman.
always yeah, exactly. I'm always confident in the talent stocks that we have. It's just the roles that we put the players in, and I think there's been a lack of consistency within that. And I think that now transfers over nicely to the next topic of discussion when we're talking about roles of players and the quality of said players. Babar, Rizwan, Shadab, um, not being in this squad, I feel I feel like it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I
It
know a lot of
does.
people may disagree, but
It automatically relieves pressure off the squad as well for these things. I think that's the biggest advantage this new team has. There's no pressure on them. Expectations are all time low. Like, do you know what I mean? For the Asia Cup that's coming up and the T20 World Cup next year, I don't think any of us are expecting us to do any well. So that's gonna work. It can either work against them or for them, I think. And obviously, you mentioned Barber. I mean, I'm pretty sure Barber Azam feels hard done by. Out of the two, Barber and Rizwan, the one that I'd say could potentially find his way back into the team is probably Barber. Barber does have good T20 record at the end of the day, whether we like him or not. Rizwan, I think his time in the T20 side is over. His style of cricket is way too backwards, man. I'm sorry, it's way too backwards.
I think I'm of the opposite opinion. I think Rizwan. I've always rated Rizwan more highly than Babar. I think Rizwan, talent wise, in terms of shot making ability and stuff, he's more limited. He doesn't look as classy and good on the eye as Babar aesthetically, and I've just seen Rizwan playing more clutch innings. I've seen him turn up more. Um, he's the one that would be the aggressor out of the two. Um, and he would be the one that takes the gloves as well. I think he's a better. I think he's the best gloveman that Pakistan have had since Moin Khan by a country mile. That's how good I rate Rizwan with the gloves. That's the only way he gets back in the side, and he would have to open, and that breaks up that partnership. But irrespective of that, I think not having those two there, both would feel hard done by anyway, given the fact that they're still good players. But it's better for Pakistan cricket because that means that you play under one philosophy now. You don't have players that aren't limited by the mental side, the technical side. It's guys that have this template of, all right, we are going to play aggressive cricket. We're not going to take our foot off the brake. We're not going to put the foot on the brake. We're going to put the foot on the gas pedal, and we are going to go full throttle. And that's what I like about this side. You've got Simon Sahibzada. Can I say you say his name? They're really aggressive cricketers at the top. Like that is the style of cricketers you need at T20 level nowadays because no one's trying to see, nudging and nurdling and, trying to time the ball. Well, you can time the ball, obviously, like, and timing's really important. But in terms of stroke play, you don't need to be that player. You can just be someone that hits it over the field as in the power play. Like that's a much needed skill. Then you got a fucker that comes in at 3. Spin, he hits spin probably the best in this Pakistan side aside from Agha Ali Salman. Then you've got obviously the captain that comes in himself. Then you got Hassan Nawaz, who I rate really highly. Then Mohammad Nawaz. You've just got so many players that play the same way. If you have that template going throughout the side, then you have no inconsistencies. Having Barber and Rizwan, it's like you two see off the new ball and then everyone else comes and finishes. Then you lose out automatically on 20, 30 runs that those two at the top will give you. Sometimes you may find yourselves 20 for 3, but I would rather be 20 for 3 inside probably 4 overs than be 30 for none after 5, because like, you are giving it a go. You are continuously showing that you can put your foot on the put your foot on the pedal. Like no one's trying to see slow cricket nowadays. T20s are not built for that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was our main criticism anyway of the last one as well. We play such backwards cricket, such like negative, just safe cricket in it, just pussy ass shit in it, just fucking
Pussy ass shit.
keeping your wicket, and then you take up so many balls, the run rate gets fucking ridiculous, and you lose your wicket because you're trying to chase the fucking runs. And that's what Barber and Rizwan were doing. They were holding us back. I feel like in T20 cricket, that is. ODI is another story. We'll talk about ODIs another time. But I mean, as you mentioned, Rizwan with the gloves. Obviously, Pakistan have 2 wicketkeepers really at this point. It's Rizwan and Mohammad Haris. Now, Mohammad Haris is a guy that broke into the team, I think, about 3-4 years ago, and he
It was the T20. It was the T20 World Cup in Australia.
Yeah. So obviously I remember he came in with a lot of hype. I think he was the captain of the under-19s team, if I'm correct.
Believe so, yes. I believe so.
Yeah. So obviously he's coming with a lot of hype, saying this guy, he's an opening batsman. He can even play as a middle order batsman, blah blah blah. He's a 3. And I don't know. It's been the past 3-4 years. We're still trying to figure out where we're playing this guy. Like I don't get the hype around him. Like he has not been performing very well at all in the last 6 months. Even in this Tri-Series tournament, yeah, he's been coming in at number 7 and he's just not been delivering. And it's a bit weird. It's like, what is the plan with Mohammad Haris? Like, if he's an opening batsman, why is he not opening? If he's a number 3, why is he not playing number 3? Are you saying he's not good enough to open or be a number 3? And now you're pushing him down the order and he's not delivering there. It's like, questions have to be asked about Mohammad Haris. I don't know what you think about him.
I mean, the questions that have to be asked is that again, it's basically it's not the position. Personally, for me, when it comes to international cricket, well, it comes to T20 cricket, it's not about the position; it's about the roles. What is the role that you play in that side? Um, Fucker for 3 at 3 for me. It's like after the 6 overs, he's there to hit the spinners. Full stop. Hardest coming in late. His role is indicated by the fact that he is a finisher. Him, Hassan Nawaz, and I don't know who batted 6 today. Actually, that's something I probably need to actually do. Like man's not even doing his research. The hardest batted 6 today. Nawaz was in at 7, and I think it's when you're an opening bat, it's a very alien role to come in and be a finisher because you've got already the field's already spread. But I like him. I do like him as a cricketer. I appreciate his style of play. It's similar to what Pakistan want to deliver in terms of aggressive style cricket. I remember when he came in the final in 2022 against England, and I was just thinking to myself, if he just gets going and faces 20, 30 balls, he could really push the total along. And he didn't, which was fine because that's the start. That's what happens. You can't change your style of play when you get to a final. I thought, okay, well, that's how it is. I just think he could be misused down the order. I think he's being misused down the order, but I'd rather him there than Rizwan. And I don't think there's any other keeper unless Azam Khan got fit. If Azam Khan got fit, if you got fit, I would have Azam Khan dead ass because he's a finisher. He's an unbelievable player of spin. There's this 3-minute compilation that was posted on Twitter, and honest to God, this guy should be in the Pakistan side if he was fit. Genuinely, I used to
But
not care about
say
his
that
fitness.
you say that Hazard, but like, who's to blame for that then? It's not. It's
And
not
I know,
anyone's.
I know. No, it's not anyone else but him. I'm saying, I didn't ever used to blame him for his fitness. Well, not blame him. I mean, I didn't. I used to excuse him. I used to excuse him because I thought, okay, he keeps and he swings and hits, but then he's now realized, shit, I can't just be this size and this good. If he lost weight and just adjusted himself, and he knows that himself now because he said that in interviews.
Yeah, I saw that.
If he
Yeah, I
adjusts
saw.
himself, yeah, if he adjusts himself, he should be in that role at number 6. But that's how it is.
It's
Lose
it's
some
one of
weight,
them ones.
buddy.
You'll believe it when you see it, innit? Right. I mean, Hafiz, I think Hafiz said he made a whole fitness plan for him, 6-month plan. He just didn't follow any of it. He's just eating what he wants. I think that's been the biggest downfall of Pakistan cricket over many, many years, lack of professionalism. But uh, I
Well,
don't know
yeah,
if
but
that's
I think Hafiz is the epitome of that professionalism. This guy was probably the fittest guy in the Pakistan setup. He
bro.
wasn't the greatest cricketer.
Today, I reckon he could still get into this team today, 100%.
Nah, nah, I don't think so.
100%
I
he
think
is.
I think I think I think I think I think I think you're underrating um, the style of cricketers that we've got today. I think Hafiz doesn't fit that mold. But I will say Hafiz, in terms of the way that he thinks about the game, um, and the way that he was trying to get Azam Khan on that fitness program. Well, anyone can really get him on a fitness program, to be honest. Simmer Eats could just, please give us a sponsor, Simmer Eats. Like, Simmer Eats could just send him some food and be like, yeah, you're sorted, man. Like, but for real, it's just I just think that role is made for Azam Khan. Seriously, where Muhammad Haris is.
Yeah, I agree with you, but it's just again, it's down to Azam Khan now, isn't it? I mean, Haris, he's got a big Asia Cup ahead of him and the World Cup. I think if he doesn't deliver to Azam, that's an opportunity right there for Azam Khan to try and make his way back into the team. So yeah, I think he'll be keeping a keen eye on Haris's performances. But another player I want to talk about, Mohamed Nawaz. Obviously, you said you rate him, yeah. The reason, listen, with Mohamed Nawaz for me, yeah, I still remember that absolute terrorist over he bowled against India in the 2022 World
Which
Cup.
is
Yeah,
why I said I know why you hate him.
but I'm sorry, there's things that I can't forget in it. Oh my days. But to be fair to him, yeah, I feel like sending him at the death was a brain dead decision by Barber anyway, which just added so much pressure to him anyway. Obviously he had Gordie at the crease as well, man. That guy, he just knows how to finish games as well. But still, some of the balls he bowled were very questionable in it. But fair enough. I think the biggest criticism with Mohamed Nawaz has been, is he really an all-rounder? Like, because sometimes if he performs with the ball, he won't perform with the bat. If he doesn't perform with the ball, then he'll do
Bat
decently with
ball,
the bat.
yeah, vice versa, yeah.
So he's been struggling with that, yeah. But to be fair to him, in this recent try series, he's actually good with both ball and bat. So hopefully that's a turning point for him now, and he can push on now with the Asia Cup and the World Cup, which is coming up next year. But yeah, I'm rooting for Nawaz, man. We all love a redemption story, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. And I there was an Asia Cup that was played, I think, before the World Cup against Australia in Australia. Nawaz came in at 4 and Rizwan was batting. And Nawaz hit 40 off like 20 balls. And I thought, Pakistan could just put him up the order. Why don't they do that? And I think they were trying to do a left hand, right hand combination and they never batted him up the order again. And this is why the management and everything confuses me, because he played an amazing knock and never batted there again, to my knowledge, um, in a big game. So, look, he's the kind of player, again, needs that love and appreciation, um, because he has been through. I mean, like when you go through not bottling the game for your country, I felt like he was hard done by, but essentially he bottled the game. That can weigh a lot on your mind. So, and he was fantastic today. And I think having a left arm spinner like Nawaz um, replaces Imad Wasim quite easily. So, I think he's going to have a really big Asia Cup. It's him, Sufyan Makeem, and Saim Ayub that I think are going to deliver this Asia Cup.
We've got Abrar Ahmed as well. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I think another guy we brought with us is Wasim Jr. I don't think he played a game in this tri series, surprisingly
No,
enough.
I've been. It's what I've been saying though. I think it's going to be a one seamer in Shaheen, one bits and pieces all rounder with Fahim, and then then spinners. And then if it's a seaming track, they will take out one of the spinners and then put in Haris Rauf, or they put in Wasim Jr.
Mm.
That's the way they're gonna go. And I think if you go that way and don't change the batting order too much, you've got a good chance.
Yeah, I think spinners are going to be key for obvious thing in it. Spinners are going to be key for us. But let's talk about the pace bowlers for a bit.
Yeah.
Guys like Shaheen and Rolf, what have you made of them recently?
I think Rav, when he steps into Australia, is the greatest bowler in the world. But you put him anywhere else, and he's just frustrating for
Average.
me. I think he's he's an impact bowler. Um, anytime I watch him bowl, I think this could go anywhere. Genuinely, it could go anywhere. He's
Mm.
a human bowling machine. Um, not in the accurate sense, but in the fact that you can rev him up to 95, 96 mile an hour. But international standard cricketers, one touch bang, it's gone. Um, quite easily readable as well. But he needs those bouncy, fast wickets to do well. And I think on those slow wickets, he hasn't got the guile um, to be an effective bowler. I do root for him though. Like his story is crazy, and I still want the absolute best for him more than any other Pakistan bowler. Um, he's not. He wasn't blessed with, all the formal coaching. He wasn't given the nepotism growing up because he played tape ball cricket. He got picked up playing tape ball cricket, bowling 150 kilometers per hour. So as much as that, as much as he's been around the international scene, and he must have picked up so many little tidbits to get better, I still have this sort of soft spot for him because he's that game changer that Pakistan need.
I mean, we've been seeing. I mean, he can bat as well. Surprise! Like he's got a shot in him. He can get you a 6 or a 4 when it's needed. Thing about Rolf is he gets you wickets. Or he's undeniable in that he'll get you wickets, but it's just whether he gets smacked for fucking 50, 60 runs. That's the question, isn't it? As a result of those wickets. But yeah, I'm not too keen on Rolf. I feel like that's definitely a bowler that can be replaced that we need to look out for. Another bowler I want to talk about, Naseem Shah. Where has it gone wrong for this guy, man? I remember when he burst onto the scene, we were all so excited. We were rooting for him, and it's just like, it's really sad to see the state that he's in.
I think we all I think before we talk about Shaheem, obviously we're talking about Naseem now. With Naseem Shah, I have this feeling of sympathy towards him. He has been playing non-stop cricket. His mum died right before the Australia test when he was 16. Um, so it's a couple of days before the Australia test, and I think I'm not saying it's the reason why he's been not so great, but when you constantly play cricket, constantly play cricket, constantly play cricket, he obviously had his time to mourn and whatever, but a lot of it's just caught up to him now, physically, mentally. When you start at such a young age and you've had all these hardships and stuff, and people are figuring you out as an international bowler, he's just got to change it up a little bit. A lot of international cricketers batters, bowlers, they go through this phase. You're not unless you are the elitist of the elite, that you don't change yourself because you are that good, in the sense of everything has to be remodeled, then you're freakish. But he's not. He's not freakish. He's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But there's something that needs to change. Whether it's just little things that maybe might need to go back and not remodel his action per se, but address a few things. Then who knows? You might see a better Naseem Shah. Because remember, Pat Cummins, he burst onto the scene at the age of 17, 18. Then was given Jacques Callis, AB de Villiers all sorts of trouble. Then he obviously he had big injuries though. Then he came back, and he's been delivering ever since. So with Naseem, it's just a case of being able to identify what's going wrong in his game at the moment. It could be a rhythm thing, it could be a feel thing. He personally, I think it's all in his head because he's a world class bowler. I believe that everyone on their day, Naseem is the best, without a shadow of doubt. The
I
Ben
mean,
Stokes.
the 2022 tournament, he was like our best bowler. He didn't get the wickets compared to the other guys because he was very unlucky. Like he was just so unbelievably unlucky, but he was amazing with the ball. But as you said, Hazza, the best thing for the scene now is he's still got time on his side. He's still fucking young, man. He can come back if he has the mentality for it. But I mean, you mentioned it as well, with Pakistan. I think this is the theme with most of our players, even with Shaheen. These guys are suffering from burnout. They've played so much cricket. Obviously, him and Naseem have both picked up major injuries, and they've been kind of forced to play through it, really. And you could say that's contributed to a decline in their bowling. I don't know if you agree with me on that one.
What in terms of just playing loads of cricket?
Yeah, they've played even like playing through.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I feel like when you play so much cricket, you you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out. Like the pockets get big and stuff, but then ultimately, when it comes to the big tournaments, you're not gonna be performing to your best. Like I'm more disappointed in the fact that um some of these players don't know how to manage their own schedules. Like Shaheen had that injury in the 2022. I mean, I know we're talking about the 2022 World Cup, but he had an injury and then decided to play Bangladesh Premier League cricket like pretty soon afterwards, and he could have just gone and recovered. I don't know. I'm kind of nitpicking, but my disappointment just lies with the fact that players generally worldwide, not Pakistani players. I don't want to generalize. No, I am generalizing. Fuck it. Worldwide, it's about how much can I fill my pocket up, which is fair. Like, if you want to be a mercenary, I got no problem with that. Like,
That's
bro,
in general. That's even us lot.
bro,
Fucking
I'm
donkey.
telling you. Listen, if another podcast was offering me more money, I'm jumping. I'm jumping ship. Like, what am I meant to do? But on a serious note, my mom just knocked on my door and she's probably said, "Stop! Why are you being a mercenary?" But like the Pakistani players, I think just need to manage your own schedules better. If you're going to represent your country, you got to be in the best state to represent your country because ultimately that's what comes first. People forget that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can compare it to football players as well. I think on a recent football episode, we were talking about why guys like Rashford, Garnacho, blah blah blah, are not making it at United, etc., etc. And same thing, burnout. These guys play games too much, too quickly, and it all comes to you. Like everything comes to you: the fame, the love, the attention. I mean, it can get to your head, innit? But I don't think that's the case so much with guys like Naseem and Shaheen. But yeah, I think burnout's definitely had an effect on their performances because Shaheen's not the same player he was 3 years ago. Like you can tell. Don't get me wrong, Shaheen's still got that quality about him. He's still class, but I don't know. Like compared to the other elite bowlers, I don't think he's on that level. I don't know if you agree with me.
No, he's not. He hasn't been for a while. I think Bumrah's gone far clear. So yeah, you can't really compare the two, to be honest. You look at someone like Jasper Bumrah. He manages his own schedule supremely well. Obviously, it helps he only plays IPL cricket, then Test match cricket and stuff. But he's so far gone Like I think we were both Shaheen and Bummer were on the same wavelength at some point, and then Bummer's just gotten so far gone. But nah, look, I think these bowlers just been overworked, to be honest, and that's not like Shaheen was still bowling 150 left arm rockets and getting the best batters in the world out, and he's not doing that anymore, and that you lose that's the specialty. That's where you used to be good, and now you're not. It's a shame.
I mean, another example, Shadab Khan. We had such high hopes of him, our next big leg spinner. I mean, they even brought him back into the team, I think, after the Champions Trophy for a bit, and yeah, just fucking shit. I don't know what to say about Shadab Khan in it. There's another theory that Hayes has mentioned why the quality has dropped from guys like Shadab and Shaheen. Bit of a controversial one is that once you get married, naturally your legs go in it, if you know what I mean.
The ironic thing is, though, players actually get better when they get married because they have
Pakistan
that freedom.
doesn't apply to Pakis.
Yeah, well, we will move on. Shout out Hayes.
We're not
Shout
we're
out
not
Hayes.
yeah we're not the best genetically anyways. You know what I mean? Once you get distractions like that, stuff like this happens. But we're just joking anyway. We're not saying that because they got.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, are we? Or are we though?
Are we though? Well, I am. I'm not affiliated with this nonsense, and Carpe is just promoting a theory. So that's how
Shout
it is.
out Hayes.
Man like Hayes,
But before we
tired
wrap
legs.
it up, let's go back to Barber a bit. Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
do it for the clicks and the views. Barber Azam, obviously, when he burst into the scene, he's been playing for years now in the team. Like everyone, all our hopes have been pinned on his back. Kind of. Do you feel like Pakistan fans are to blame for maybe? I can't say Barber has been unsuccessful. He's had a very successful career. He still is, one of the best batsmen we've ever produced. But our fans, they have this tendency to put our players on a pedestal, right? They've compared Barber to the likes of Gawley, Root, Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, and then they made Barber captain as well of the team. And I generally think making Barber Azam captain of the Pakistan cricket team was the worst thing that could have happened for his career. I don't know if you agree with me.
Well, Williamson, Coley, Root, Smith, Fab Four. They were promised by Mike. Well, not promised. They were. Wait, let me start that up again, so that it's edited better for a clip. Mike Hesson said that Joe Root, Virat Kohli, Steve Smith, Kane Williamson, all four players would go on to captain their country because they're a similar age group. They would be the best batters of their generation in both white ball and red ball, T20, ODI, and Test match cricket. They all had peaks and troughs, but ultimately they managed some insane consistency between the pair of them. And Barber doesn't fall into those names. And I think the reason being is because he doesn't have. I think well, it's two things. Number one, Pakistan fans, we've never really been blessed with the greatest batting talent over a consistent period of time. You look at India; they've had Tendulkar, Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill now, Rishabh Pant, VVS Laxman, Rahul Dravid, Virender Sehwag, and a lot of Pakistani batters don't even come close. We're looking at very, very minimal. Like one of our best players in one-day cricket never scored a one-day 100, like Misbah Haq, Mr. Tuk Tuk himself, like Yunus Khan. We'd have mavericks, kind of like that's the generation we grew up in. We had maverick cricketers, and then we had obviously Shahid Afridi, but he doesn't count as a batter.
I mean, you could say Inzi. Inzamam was a great batsman.
Well, but then we're going even further back.
Yeah, it's been
And
age.
that's not not the objective of the conversation that we're trying to drive here. But I think with Barber, it's like he's so special to Pakistani fans, because we've not had that crazy good of a batter for such a long time at international level, that we put him on this pedestal. I didn't put him on that pedestal. Like I've always believed he's a level below. Um, and I'm not trying to say that to say, oh, I'm right and you're wrong and stuff like that, but he's the player that if he was in the India side, he'd be like probably the third or fourth best batsman. England, he wouldn't get into the. He'd probably get into the England side potentially. I don't think actually. In the T20 side, he wouldn't get in. India, he wouldn't get in. New Zealand, he doesn't get in. A lot of other sides, he
Pakistan is
doesn't even get to. He
now.
doesn't. I know he doesn't get into the Pakistan side, but like even at his best, he wouldn't get into those sides. I don't think he was. I don't think he's that good of a player in the sense of in T20 cricket at least. He's not impactful enough that bowlers aren't scared. Like it's
Yeah,
statistic. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm a bowler and I have Babar Azam there versus Travis Head, Rohit Sharma, yeah, I'm bowling to Babar all day, man. I'm not trying to get sent. I'm not trying to get sent by Rohit and Travis Head because they're just bullies, man. And like,
basically,
that's the only way you look at it.
man, that's the thing missing from his career.
What is?
He hasn't got many match-winning innings in big tournaments for Pakistan.
Yeah, there's only two notable ones, and that is the game at Edgbaston against New Zealand, which I missed, unfortunately, because I had an ACL surgery like 2 days before that, and I was like so upset. I remember that vividly, and he had a match-winning innings with Rizwan chasing 152, I think it was against India, um, in the 2021 World Cup. But it's like all the other players that we've mentioned, Smith, Kohli, Root, Williamson, they're clutch. They have been clutch. They are clutch. They always will be clutch. And these are guys that, deliver in the crucial moments and can score runs on a consistent basis as well and have been. Barber doesn't touch that category. And that's not to say he's a bad cricketer. No, I think he's a fantastic cricketer. But he's just not that level at the moment, and I don't think he gets back to the level that Pakistan fans think he should be at to get back into the T20 side. He should not be near this T20 side.
I mean, it's a shame, really, innit? Because he has so much talent. He's a very talented player, but it just it's sad to see, innit? Like, it's not pretty. Like, where do you think this affects his legacy overall? Then him being dropped from the T20 side. Because can you imagine, yeah, someone in their prime like a Kohli or a Steve Smith getting dropped, not only as captain but from the side completely as well.
No, no.
Exactly.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because they have enough stocks in their bank because they've played match-winning knocks. Smith only. I've seen Steve Smith in T20 cricket. He's unbelievable, by the way. When he plays franchise cricket, he's unbelievable. Even when he played T20 cricket for Australia, I thought he was really good. I think he was really underrated because he was such a good test batter. Root only dropped out from T20 cricket because he he was more focused on test match cricket, and then he stopped playing ODI cricket, and then all of a sudden he's come back to ODI cricket and he's still scoring runs. Williamson obviously never gets dropped from any of those three sides or takes a break from any of those three sides. And then Kohli, like he went on like a really bad run of form, and they still didn't drop him because you'd rather have Kohli than anyone else, regardless of the form that other people have been in. Barber has. It's quite clear to see that Barber doesn't warrant that credit because he hasn't been delivering and he has been costing the team more than winning them games. Whereas the big four, they win more games than they lose games for sides. That's how it is, and that's how it is. That's cricket.
And I don't know if you agree, but in cricket, the direct correlation sometimes between being captain and your performances as well. And I think Barber is the biggest example of that. If you're not doing well as a captain, it can hinder your performances as a captain. And yeah, I think, I mean, I get it why they made him captain in the first place. He's your star player. He's your main man in your team. But if we can go again, it comes down to management, innit?
Yeah, it does come down to management. And if you're being offered the chance to captain your country, you're not going to say no, are you? You're going to take it. Um, Particularly, I'm trying to remember. It was Safraz who was captain, and I thought it was a terrific captain. He was a terrific captain. But he was like, falling out of form and stuff. So, I thought it was a decent move. But I'm looking at Smith, Coley, Williamson, Root, and probably the only captain that wasn't as great was Root. Williamson, Smith, Coley, amazing captains, like fantastic cricket captains. Um, and they were probably thinking, well, Barber's been captain of the franchise team, and he's done it. He's somewhat experienced. Why not give him a go? It could work. Maybe it transforms their batting. Root was not the best captain, but as captain with the bat, he was terrific. Obviously, Root's just fucking amazing, generally speaking. Kohli, when he was captain with the bat in Test match cricket, some of the innings that he played with such immense responsibility, he was unbelievable. Smith's just alien. Like with or without captaincy, he's unbelievable. And then Kane Williamson, I think he's been captain for as long as I can remember, to be honest. So I think he stepped down a while back, but even so, delivers. I think when I think the difference between having with Barber having the captaincy and everyone else is that the team was slightly better around them as well, so it put a lot of more pressure and expectation on Barber, which probably inspired him to play the way that he does in terms of his attritional style comparatively to everyone else in T20s. So that's again,
I mean,
that's just
obviously,
how it is.
hindsight is a wonderful thing. Obviously, if we could go back now, we'd think maybe making him captain wasn't the right thing to do for his career, but it is what it is. It's done now. But enough with the doom and gloom in it. Let's look ahead now to the future of Pakistan cricket. Um, Compared to 6 months ago after the Champions Trophy exit, would you say you're thinking more positively about Pakistan cricket, more
Yes,
negative, or the same?
I'm thinking a lot more positively because there's been an active change. There's been an active change in mindset, personnel. There's clear plans in terms of what they want to do. They've they've reinvented the way that they think, and that's a very difficult thing to do, particularly when you've been so stubborn in your ways in the past. You look at the way that we played ODI cricket in 2019. 250, we fought 250, 260 with great scores, whilst England, well, I say I'm an England fan also, but England would put up 360, 370 like it's nothing, and then scoreboard pressure becomes a thing. Um, and now all of a sudden it's just constant aggression throughout. You cut like these players, they are professional cricketers. They are international cricketers. There's no excuse that you can't be striking at least over 130, 140 in T20 cricket with the size bats, the fielding restrictions, um, the technology in the game as well. And I'm kind of glad now that Pakistan cricket is coming around to realise that it's not just about relying on the bowling attack. It's the batting is so crucial now, and if we continue to deliver with the bat, the bowling takes care of itself because Pakistan are never short of any bowlers. So I'm very positive. Whether we win this Asia Cup or not, I'm not too fussed. I would be looking more towards how we play. If we play the same way that we throughout the tournament and we don't do so great, I'm not fussed. If we start adapting in a way where we regress, then I will be very concerned because then you're just using tri-series, bilaterals as an experimentation and then reverting back to your old ways in tournaments where you regress, where ultimately that's where it matters. Then I've got no faith in your process. But so far, I'm quite positive.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty fucking. I wouldn't say I'm completely positive. I still take things with a pinch of salt regarding Pakistan cricket. I mean, you have to. We've been fans for like how long? You should never ever put these guys on a pedestal. But at the same time, it's a complete new squad now, complete new team. You can get behind them. And what I will say to Pakistan cricket fans, old ones, or whether you're still watching, blah blah blah. Let's say even if they fuck it up in the Asia Cup, we can't be too critical of these guys. You got to give these guys a chance. At the end of the day, It's a new team. They're young. Let them play their cricket, man. Whether we get fucking bowled all out for like 49 or something, don't get me wrong. Me and you will be sitting here ranting about it after the game, but is what it is, man. Let these guys cook. Give these guys a chance. We've got Ugga at the wheel now. We've got guys like Hassan Nawaz, Sufyan McKean breaking into the team, Saib Zada Farhan, Saim Ayub as well coming into his own. I'm not excited. I'm not going to say get excited, but there's hope. There's hope. There's a glimmer of hope. And yeah, it's going to be a big Asia Cup. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I think it starts on Tuesday. I think India Pakistan's on the 14th, I believe.
It's
Not sure what day.
literally next Sunday from where we're talking now.
It'll be a massive game, and I think it's going to be an extra incentive there to win as well for both teams in it, 100%. But
I mean, I don't think these play. The thing is, I know I was probably going to end the podcast off, but we quickly talk about the India-Pakistan clash. I don't think the players care too much in terms of like the geopolitical side of things. It's just another game of cricket for these guys, because they play
and
each other so often now that it doesn't really matter. It's just another game of cricket. But for fans, it's a big thing, and I think fans need to realize that it's not just about the geopolitical side, it's the fucking cricket, because that's the thing that matters at the end of the day. The good thing though for Pakistan is that T20s are a great leveler. And if this was a 50 over game, I'd be like, probably hiding behind my sofa. But T20 games, anything can happen. So Pakistan could potentially turn over India. I've still got India to win it, like 80 to 20, 80 times out of 100. I'm backing India to win it, but you hope one of the 20 times that Pakistan could beat India happens on Sunday. But yeah,
it is. I think the best thing, as I mentioned it many times throughout this episode, there's no pressure on these guys. Literally, we have zero expectations for them compared to like obviously in 2021, 22, 2023, there was an expectation there because obviously the hype that guys like Barber and Rizwan get, they're big tired as world class players, blah blah blah, etc. etc. So you automatically your standards are higher for the team. I think now that we've got a completely new team, it's like just give these boys a chance, man. Let them do their thing. We don't expect them to win I don't expect them to win the Asia Cup. I don't have them as favourites for that. And I don't expect them to do anything in the T20 World Cup either. So the only way is up in it. That you can only be surprised or pleased with their performances. If we somehow, even with my expectations that are all time low, somehow still play even worse than I thought we could, then we can write it off as a failed social experiment. Pakistan cricket in the bin for good. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we have a great tournament and we push on, use it as a springboard for the T20 World Cup next year. But yeah, do you want to wrap it up, Hazza?
Yeah, I'll wrap it up. Thank you very much. So yeah, this was initially meant to be the Asia Cup preview, but we didn't have enough people, so we just thought, Pakistan, why not? Two
Is
guys
it
that
a
are passionate about.
tournament or three? It's 3 weeks, I think.
I
2 or 3.
don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I'm just gonna
You
tune
know
to keep
what?
an eye
The
on them.
review episode would be hilarious. Imagine we just come and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm so prepared for that, especially if we lose to like Oman. Like that'd be jokes.
Oh,
Like, oh man, we shouldn't have lost to them. Been waiting to load that up. I had that locked and loaded for like 58 minutes. But look, I mean, nothing to lose, right? Absolutely nothing to lose. It reminds me of well, I can't really say it reminds me. I was only 6 at the time, but I look back at the cricketing archives, and the very first T20 World Cup, India won, and the reason India were underdogs was because they had new blood the entire way through, and obviously with a bit of experience as well in between. But a lot of new blood was in the side, and part of me is just quietly thinking Pakistan could do something special in this tournament. But it's a low expectation kind of thing. I'm not fussed if we do hot. Not that I still expect us to win some games of cricket. Don't get me wrong. I expect us to be competitive, but at the same time, if we don't do so great, it's all right.
I
But
think you said it. It's the style. It's the style of cricket we're more focused on with this tournament.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
It does the template still carry over? Yeah, it's like with England under Morgan and Trevor Bayliss. They had 2 great years in 2015, from 2015 to 2017, in bilaterals. but were they able to translate that onto the into a knockout phase, sort of like, you know, league stage knockout phase? And to a certain degree they were, but Pakistan were better than them on the day in the 2017 semi-final. So, well, look, all we have to say is that no expectations. It's going to be fine. I think we'll have a good tournament. But yeah, no, that's the Pakistan Asia Cup review, uh,
Preview.
amongst other things. Amongst other things, uh, we are still on the road to 200 subscribers. It probably says that we have over 200 subscribers, but I know there are a lot of you juts out there and some chores and some, you know, gunjuries out there that man are just like unsubscribing and stuff. Like, you know, I want you schmucks to still stay subscribed. I probably lost about 10 subscribers there. That's why it's still road to 200 subs, and we've been road to 200 subs for a while. But nah, it was Danny's birthday like a couple of days ago, so please subscribe. That man's been the backbone of this channel. Uh, so yeah, do it for Danny. He hates cricket though, so you know, it's whatever. Um, all the socials pretty much the same. It's in the bio. It's on other videos. I can't be asked plugging
You
it,
know
man.
what, as well, has I got a good idea. If there's any Pakistan cricket fans out there that watch this, I want to come on because we can't rely on these Pakis, bro. Whenever we
Yeah,
film a
I'm telling you, let's get some random fans. I'm on it for like a live stage interview with some of you guys, and we're just gonna chat. We're just gonna
that's the
chat. You say what you want.
get in touch with us on our socials. We're looking for talent, man.
Mate, I would love to have some of you guys on here because a lot of people are very opinionated. There's one caveat: you have to show your face.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
not letting you get away with vocal murder. Like I'm
nah,
not hearing. Like if I'm gonna hear, oh my God, we should have had Babar and Rizwan. Like I want your face shown to the public of 10 people. Like you are gonna get cooked, my friend. You are getting put in, fam. You're getting put in the dead car, and like we're just gonna flip and fry you, fam. Like, nah, for real. Thank you guys for watching. Local talent, international talent. We want you on this podcast. That's the big thing, man. Anyway, that's Mission Podcast. This is Hazza. That's Carpe. That's Carpe. And until next time, goodbye.